Good evening, everyone. Good evening and good morning. I planned this session to discuss and to interact with SAP MM freshers. It can be trained or certified freshers. So I want to share some suggestions, and if someone has any questions related to your career, you can put in live chat so that I will try to reply as much as I can. We'll start the live. We're just waiting for some more people to join. Okay, let's start the session. Okay, if anyone joins later, then they can continue. And anyway, the latest questions I will address based on the list of questions in the chat room. So first of all, very good evening and good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are doing good and safe. Now the situations are not good in across the world, and especially in India, the situations are not that good. I hope all of you and your close members are safe and be strong and focus on things to learn or anything, not to think too much about the situations and the negative. Okay, because if you open any social network, there are a lot of negativities roaming around. So you just be strong and try to do as much as you can for your family and for yourself to increase your immunity and to enhance the positiveness among them. So coming to the certified freshers and trained freshers, first of all, I will go as a generic way. What are the suggestions I can give to those people? And later I will mention some specific points for certified freshers, which have who have more the benefit and with respect to job searching wise, they have upper hand. Okay, I can give some suggestions to those people and SAP MM trained freshers and what kind of suggestions we can give. Okay, so those things also I will mention. And if anyone has questions related to the career or module selection or for trying for jobs and any such kind of questions that you can mention in the chat room so that I will read and will try to give reply. Okay, coming to the suggestions wise, most of the certified freshers or trained freshers, okay, either call is out or they who have some experience in purchasing domain or inventory or any kind of domain they're working, and someone has suggested them to enhance their knowledge and to learn SAP to migrate or to migrate their career from the domain to IT, or some would have suggested to learn SAP as the salaries are good, and some would have suggested to learn SAP as the career will be good compared to the current the work what they're doing. So there are different reasons will be there, but the finally you have decided to learn SAP MM, and you are either you are learning now, or you have already learned and trying for jobs, or you are planning to learn SAP MM. So all of those people, you have to remember certain points which I'm going to highlight. Okay, these are based on my experience as a consultant, as a trainer, as a mentor. Whatever experience I got, the same thing I'm going to share with you, all of you. The first of all, you have decided to learn SAP MM or you learned SAP MM. You should be confident about the career, and the career will be good, and SAP will be or SAP the career will be good for you. You should believe that, and you should be in a positive way to proceed. And many of you would have watched my video about suggestions to domain employees and SAP end users. So when you learn SAP MM or S4HANA Logistics, S4HANA Procurement, any of these modules, you should first what you are going to achieve with that. You are going to achieve knowledge. That knowledge will be helpful for you to manage your current job or to get as a domain, as supply chain executive or stores executive, purchase executive. There are multiple roles in the market. You can grab any of those kind of opportunities and you can do better than the persons without SAP knowledge. And the second thing will be the SAP consultant. Okay, if you get a role as a SAP consultant in IT, if you have a dream to come to IT and work as a IT engineer, as a software engineer or a SAP consultant, that will be definitely will be helpful for you. Okay, so first of all, you should have the proper knowledge. What are the benefits of SAP MM or SAP S4HANA procurement, and what are the uses of that module for a business? How business can get benefit out of those modules, and what are the areas will be covered in that modules? You should understand first. And if you get a job as SAP consultant, what are your roles and responsibilities? Okay, you need interactive skills, you need good communication to talk to client, to talk to the ground level users, and to talk to your colleagues, other consultants, and to talk to manager. So you have to interact with multiple people, so your communication should be good enough to handle the people, to convince the people, and to explain what you are going to convey regarding the solution of a issue or a proposal or a training to the users, any kind of a thing. First of all, you should understand that area. So you should have a knowledge and you should confident what exactly you know. If you know, you should convey the message clearly to the people. To the audience, you should convey the message very clearly, and the roles and responsibilities you should know. Okay, what are the roles and responsibilities of a consultant? If you get an implementation project, you have to interact with the new business people to understand their existing business, and you have to give the solutions. And you have to talk to the people from different domain. Some people would have come from MBA and working in purchasing, and some people would have done mechanical engineer and working in a inventory. Okay, some people would have done computers, but they are working in purchasing department. So you will see the people from different backgrounds and different education backgrounds and different technical background, and their current experience is different from their education, and you will see the different people. Okay, so you should understand the requirements and provide the solutions. So you can observe that they have good communication and listening skills, and whatever the solution you're preparing, when you're preparing a presentation, yes, you should have a good MS Office skills, MS Excel, and PowerPoint, these three. And also there is a called MS Visio. You may not get free version, but you can try for free version for a month. You can check it to prepare any presentations. We use that. So you should have these basic skills before you're trying for SAP consultant and learning about SAP technical things, master data, purchasing, inventory, all those things you are learning, right? So in the same way, you have to learn good Word document, how to prepare a good Word document, and Excel skills, some tips how to prepare and how to extract the data. So these kind of things also you should enhance. And the next I mentioned PowerPoint. Whenever you prepare a solution or whenever you prepare a manual, you are going to give a presentation. So you should enhance your PowerPoint skills, how to prepare a better presentation, what kind of different combination of colors you can use it. You have a lot of sites in internet, you can verify and how to prepare a good presentation, what color backgrounds you have to use, what font you have to use. So these skills you should enhance. Of course, the speaking English, the people who have such kind of issues nowadays, most of the people are doing English medium, and they are overcoming that issue. But if you have such kind of language barrier, then that also you need to overcome. You should talk confidently to the team. Okay, most of the people, English is the official language. If you work for any client, US, UK, or even China, anyone, if you use it, although they don't know that, some translators, everyone use the English as a communication to convey the message. So you should understand the importance of speaking English and to do your job better than others. So once you know all those things, then you can prepare and get the command on subject. Not only watching videos or reading a book, a consultant, an SAP functional consultant, should practice. So if you prepare a SAP SPRO path, you may forget by the time. But if you watch again and again, You go to the SPRO MM purchasing and you watch it, okay, and then you will understand the better thing. Like for example, when your interviewer is asking a question to you, then you can imagine that how SPRO path looks like, and you can answer it. Okay, where exactly available? Okay, this configuration, okay, pure release configuration is available under purchasing material management. So you can see the screen again and again. It will give you the better command compared to reading and watching the videos. You watch the videos, that also it will play key role. Okay, it's not like a practice, but if I give practice 8 out of 10, the watching videos I can give at least 4 or 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 I can give. If you watch again and again, you will remember a lot. But if you practice, that will be more enhanced, and it will give a command to you. You may not forget. You can easily remember when you practice, because if you work on issue and if you fix it, you will get the better command. The next thing, like I mentioned, that roles and responsibilities. What are the roles I need to do when I do work? Interacting with people, understanding the requirements, and configuration. Okay, the configuration I should have good knowledge, and testing. Whenever you do any config or program changes, you should do thorough testing. So you should have a lot of patience to create multiple materials, purchase order creation with different data, and that patience you should have. The technical testing, okay, thinking beyond the box, and you have to think that scenario can be possible. So I'm adding any additional testing scenarios to test thoroughly to make the program or respective configuration is working fine. The good communication skills. See, all the people may not have a very good communication skills. Some people will have by birth, they will have that command and that extrovert skills. Some people will be having introvert. Even I was an introvert. Now I'm better, but I still need to improve. Okay, but what I can say is everybody cannot be extrovert and open-minded by birth. We have a people who are slowly growing. So at least you should increase your skills to convey what message you are conveying to your client, what message you are conveying to your peers and client. That's what you need to understand. So I always suggest the people, if you want to convey a message, you just if you have a presentation or if you want to talk to them in front of mirror, you just explain, and not just before the interview. Always whatever you know, try to answer, and try to answer in front of the mirror, and see the facial expressions or anything. You should be confident. Your nervousness should not be visible when you're talking. Okay, yes, when the question is not if you don't know the answer properly, yes, that's a human being. There will be some little nervous will come, but that you need to practice how to manage in a better way when you don't know the answer. But when you know the answer, you should not give a chance to the interviewer about your nervous or any other negatives. You should answer properly, clearly what exactly you want to tell, and without dragging too much. Okay, what is the exact question and what exactly you need to answer? That you have to practice. Approach and how to approach for the job search. Okay, now we have seen that you have decided to learn SAP MM, you learned SAP MM and you are preparing well. You have to watch videos more and practice more and write your notes, the bullet points, so that will be helpful for you to revise before interview compared to reading a lot of pages of books or watching tens of hours of videos. The bullet points can help you to revise at a time. Okay, so how to approach for the job searching? The job websites like Monster, Naukri, and all you apply. Compared to that, along with that, you need to do one more the special thing. What I can give as a tip: you have to reach to the SAP MM consultants, managers, SAP managers, and recruiters in your LinkedIn. Enhance your circle. You send requests to that people. Okay, the recruiters, SAP recruiters and managers. You try to add as many connections as you can add it. That is the first step you need to do. The second step, many people, I can see the posts here, I'm searching for the job, 2+ years experience, or I'm a fresher, I learned SAP, I have certification, please provide me a job. Yes, most of the people will do that. But you have to be unique. You try to make a document. You could try to make a document of 3 pages or 4 pages where you have a good command with a very good side headings and with good presentation. Some 4 pages of Word document or 5 slides of a presentation. You prepare what you learned, or else you can explain any one topic and post in your LinkedIn. You can take a help from the people like me or any other consultants. Please post my document I prepared so that it will be reaching to the more people. For example, I have 30,000 plus followers and most of the people from SAP. So if your hard work and your time is good, then definitely some of the recruiters would have seen your presentation. Yes, okay, let's give it a try. Because compared to a line, I'm searching for the job, along with that, give a presentation or give a any one topic, or else what you have learned or anything specific, the uniqueness you need to generate. So recently I published in my LinkedIn also. If anyone preparing very good document, I'm happy to publish. And even if the document is very good and the efforts are very good, I can publish in my blog also. The same link I will keep it in my LinkedIn. So that will helpful for you people to reach more recruiters and more managers, and one of them can give the break which you are looking for. So the uniqueness of approach. First of all, you have to enhance your LinkedIn to add more connections and to get the required attention from the uh, recruiters and managers. Even if you go to YouTube and I made a video how to prepare a cover letter, good cover letter to get the attention. You can prepare a good cover letter also along with your resume. You can share that. That video will be definitely helpful for all of you. You can have a look. Cover letter by Ganesh Padala. You will get the video. The next will be the certification and trained freshers. Okay, as of now, whatever suggestions I have given, those are applicable for both certified and trained freshers. Certified freshers will have a more advantage to get the job compared to the trained freshers, because we get very little, very few opportunities for trained freshers and bit more opportunities for certified freshers. If you are a certified fresher, certification you would have done by reading book or by certain kind of notes or some kind of questions and all, but only certification will not give a added value to your resume. You should have the enough command on the subject, what exactly the functionalities is going to be available in the respective module where you have done the certification, that you should showcase. And you have to showcase that knowledge and the in-depth scenarios, how the proportion, like different kind of proposals are given and what are the solutions available in the respective module. That area you need to enhance your skills. If you see that some of my videos about the experienced people, like recently I put a video on SAP methodology. So those kind of things also you should enhance and you should understand, and you should showcase that I have a knowledge on the experience, how the roles of a consultant. That things also you have to put in your resume, not as an experience, as a skills, what SAP skills you have and what knowledge you have. You can give some points so that the interviewer can understand that you are doing more analysis to understand the roles and responsibilities which you are going to handle once the opportunity comes to you. So that kind of impression we need to give. So if you watch such kind of a videos or any kind of a 2-3 personal sessions from a real-time consultant, if you get such kind of a points, that will be helpful for you to showcase your knowledge in a bit unique way compared to the other members. So always you should try at least 1 or 2 points where your profile should be unique compared to other profiles. If you're just giving the same technical knowledge and all, 90% of profiles will have the same thing. The 10 to 20% is that magic you need to do by making certain kind of that points or making these documents and publish in LinkedIn. If your connections are not that much, it may not reach to the more people, then you can take help from any consultants who have a more circle. Okay, so that that will be helpful to reach more people. So one day you will get a good opportunity. So always opportunities will come once in a week, once in a month, maybe thrice in a week, but how you are ready for that, grabbing that opportunity. That is very important. You should prepare well and try for a job. In a one day, for example, if you are allocating all the hours of 8 hours of time for all those things, 2-3 hours of time you give for watching videos, 2 to 3 hours of time for practicing, 30 minutes to 1 hour of time to search in LinkedIn about the job opportunities and posting these things. Don't spend more time about the opportunity, thinking about too many opportunities, but when the opportunity comes, you're not able to clear the interview. See, if you don't clear the interview, then what is the use of spending a lot of time on getting opportunities? You should have a command on subject, and you should not have a nervous. You should be open-minded, and you should talk confidently whatever you know. See, if a person is getting failed in an interview for just not conveying the correct answer which he already know, that is the painful. So if you don't know the answer, if you're not able to clear the interview, then it's fine. You know your negative areas, topics where you have not prepared well, you can brush up, and second time you can clear. But you know the answer, but because of nervous, because of less confidence, and you got a doubt whether this is right or that is correct or not, these kind of things is very painful, and that kind of people will take a lot of time to get the job. So first of all, you should believe your answer, and you should prepare well. Then the answer will be visible in front of your eyes. You can see that screen, you can see that answer, you can answer confidently. If you prepare less, then you will get a confused whether that is correct or not. Okay, so you should practice more, and you should read again and again, watch the videos again and again to get enough command. And the second one important thing I want to tell, okay, if you are preparing for SAP, you have done SAP MM, ECC SAP MM, try to learn some basics of S4 HANA MM. What are the difference between S4 HANA procurement and ECC SAP MM? So that differences you need to explain in the interview, and also you should understand the little differences. At least you learn 5 major differences, and you should get command on that. Or else you can learn some basics of WM along with your MM also. Okay, or if you are still in MM itself, if you don't have a proper command, then what are the areas you don't have? For example, if you go to any SAP MM interview, like the key questions comes from the automatic account determination, MMFI integration, and info record, the master data, the material master, the views. Okay, and in case of purchasing P2P cycle, what is use of RFQ? Okay, what is use of PO release procedure and PR release procedure? Why company should use that procedures? So these kind of questions you can check many of my mock interviews. And if you need more stuff and all, you can see my email. Okay, you can drop an email, and any guidance or any kind of content if I have made ready, then I can definitely share with all of you. So if you see that any kind of S4 HANA procurement or ECC MM and the basics of WM, these 3 things you can use to get enough command. Okay, and showcase some basics of other module, but command on your the main module, SAP MM or S4 HANA procurement. Okay, and if you are technical background, for example, if you are a CSC student, you are a computer related one, I suggest you people to learn ABAP or Fiori, where you can have good debugging and some basic coding. Okay, so that will give you a special place compared to the other members who are attending for the interview. So why I'm not mentioning that functionals, you may feel not that comfortable, but as a fresher, I think you can mold easily. So I can always recommend the people to learn basics of ABAP, or if you're working in S4 HANA procurement, please learn the what you call Fiori. Okay, Fiori or ABAP, that basics also, that will be helpful for you to get job better than others. So you always see some uniqueness. I mentioned some points. Once you watch the video again, those points, that unique points you note down, and whichever is comfortable for you, whichever you are convenient, and where you can put more efforts, try to keep that unique points and showcase. If you are able to showcase all the unique points, that it is very good. And if you're at a 50% of the unique points, you try to keep compared to the normal preparation and trying for the jobs. Okay, I spoke to many people and I interact with some freshers, more focus on the no opportunities, and that point I can see you can not only SAP consultant one, you can also check for supply chain related. Lot of roles will be there, SCM related, like supply chain executive, supply chain clerk, or stores purchasing. All these kind of roles you can grab any of the roles. So you can work for 1 or 2 years. Any functional consultant, if you have a domain experience, that is very good and it will be helpful for your future. So if you don't get a consultant one, you whatever opportunity you get, you try to grab it and work for 1.5 year, or 2 years of time. Then you can try for an IT. So these things you should keep it in mind. And finally, I want to say that you might get a lot of messages or mails from the people to pay for backdoor jobs. Please don't believe the backdoor. If you really have that much money to pay for a backdoor, spend that 57 or 58,000 rupees for doing SAP certification. You will get around 6 certifications you can do. Maybe you can write 2 or 3 certifications, and that will enhance your resume to get more opportunities. 2 3 certifications as a fresher, that will give a very good impression for the recruiters. But don't spend money on backdoor. That money you can spend some money for certification and keep some more money for your mental peace, not to too much depend on parents, or that pressure also you can avoid by using some money, but don't spend for backdoor. And if you really get an opportunity as a domain, so there is no job you will see like a SAP end user, very few will mention that word. So SAP end user means the company which is using SAP, where you get as a purchase executive, purchase clerk, or stores clerk, or stores executive. These kind of roles are only the end users. If you have SAP in that company, you will do SAP end user role also along with your regular activity. If that company doesn't have SAP, then you will do that purchase executive, and maybe you will use the respective ERP system is being used by that company. So SAP end user means it's not something new position. It will be a purchase clerk or procurement executive or stores. These departments only you will work, but every day 2 hours or 1 hour of time you will work on SAP to enter your respective transactions like goods movements and all. Okay. So this is about some of the tips, and you can watch the video again. I will keep it in the list. So that will give you some command, some of the points you can note down and you can apply. Okay. So if anyone have any questions, you just keep it in chat room. And if you have any questions also, you can send to my email. I just put my email here. You can see my email in any of the YouTube channel, any of the YouTube video also. Okay, and try to make a good documents and post in LinkedIn, and take help from me or any of the consultants who have more connections in LinkedIn, so that will be helpful to reach more people. And that's it. I just prepared some of the points to explore and to inform all of you. I hope these points will be definitely helpful for you, and I will keep the video so that you can watch at least 2 times and note down the important points which are highlighted. If I miss any, if I get any new points, or if I want to add any points, definitely I will make another session or any some 10 minutes of video to convey the message. You can give the feedback as a like button, and you can provide as a comment, so that definitely for next time I will add some of the points if you want to know. If I have not covered and if you want to know those points, definitely we will cover in the next session. So that's it from my end, and thanks to all the members who joined for the live, and I will share the video in some time so that you can watch it. Thanks again. All the best and be safe, and tell the elder parents and all to take more C vitamin, and the immunity, you have to build immunity, and don't go with too much negative about the cases, happenings, and the deaths and all. It will generate panic, but not that much useful for you. You should take care of your immunity, and not avoid more going out, and take respective precautions and wear mask, and be safe. We hope within 4 to 6 weeks, things should be better. Stay safe, and we will meet again. And watch my other mock interview videos and enhance your skills. All the best. Thanks again. Good evening. Bye bye.